Hello friends, welcome back to the video series in Oracle PL/SQL programming. In the previous videos, already we have discussed about the SQL or structured query language. We have demonstrated how we can use the SQL for Oracle database for different purposes. From this video, we would discuss on the PL or programming language on SQL. Practically, how we can use the functionalities of programming language while working on the SQL, and how PL can help us to increase the productivity while using the Oracle database. The PL SQL has the features of programming languages. PL SQL is treated as the procedural extension of SQL. Procedural blocks are used for the inclusions of SQL commands. While the SQL commands are executed through SQL statement executor, the PL SQL code is executed through procedural statement executor. Practically, when we are using the PL SQL, we are writing a code, and a code means a block of codes like any other programming language, and yes, like any other programming. Languages which are procedural in nature, PL SQL also uses those block of codes, and these codes include the variables, functions, loops, etc. to ease our database task. Practically, in Oracle database, we have two separate engines to execute the statements. When we are executing simple SQL statements, the SQL or SQL statement executor comes in front, whereas the PL SQL statements are executed through the procedural statement executor engine, like variables, loops, functions. The procedural language processings are done by that particular engine. For any PL SQL block, this block start with begin keyword and end with the end keyword. In between these, we use the statements for PL such as declaration of variables, assigning values, execution of loops, functions, declarations, etc. And after that, only one output is obtained when executing this block of PL SQL. If we name the block, it will be a named procedure, or if we do not give it a name, it will be an anonymous block procedure. In the case of SQL, there are separate update or select statements, and in SQL, these statements are executed separately with the interactions with the database. But in the case of PL SQL block, if there are several statements, all the statements would be executed in a single request. Let us now discuss about some benefits of PL SQL over SQL. First of all is the performance benefit. Second one, the modularization. Third one is the portability. The programming features of the PL SQL and the exception handling in PL SQL. Now, what do you mean by the performance benefit? As already described earlier, PL SQL blocks obviously gives us performance benefit over the normal SQL. Now, about the modularization. For different types of tasks, we can create different blocks. Sometimes they are anonymous or sometimes they are named. But whatever it be, each block performs the different task for which they are intended. That one we call as modularization. Next one is the portability. Practically, we can use this block of PL SQL in portable format. That is, if we use any block or create any block in any machine, we can carry this block in any other machine and use it as the same way previously we did in the previous machine. But we have to remember, for this portability feature to use, we have to use the same terminal with same database. Now about the programming features of PL SQL. Practically, whatever programming features we use in the other programs like logical statements, conditional statements, loops, etc., we can use in the PL/SQL, and PL/SQL is used in the same way these like other programming languages, and that's why the PL/SQL is created for that function. So programming features are the main criteria for PL/SQL. Now about the exception handling in PL/SQL. If we write down the statements correct, there would be no problem for execution. But if there is any error persist in the statements, the execution fails and terminates abnormally. But exception and handling handles these errors, and due to this, the execution may fail but never terminates abnormally. This exceptional handling is a very important part of any programming language, and PL/SQL has such feature incorporated so we can benefit from here. So these are some basic concepts related with PL/SQL, and in the coming videos we will discuss on these. So stay tuned with it.